Hi everybody, it's Troy from TR Tech Tactical, and I've got this. This is the Rat 1 folding knife from Ontario Knife Company. This is, I'll tell you, this is wicked sharp. Most of you, or many of you, may have seen the video where I snipped off the tip of my thumb, which, by the way, you can't even tell happened. I learned about the miracle of skin grafting. So anyway, this is wicked sharp. This is, I think, the sharpest knife I've ever had in my hands. And another friend of mine said the same thing. So first thing I'm going to tell you is be very careful when handling this knife. The blade is wicked sharp. I mean, this is like surgical steel sharp, which, by the way, I think is a great testimony to a knife. If you can shave the tip of your thumb off and never feel any pain. I never felt any pain from when I hurt myself. Not the day it happened, and not afterwards. It was, if a knife, everybody that works with knives knows, if you can cut yourself and you don't feel anything, that's a sharp knife. So I will never again try to do this one-handed. I want to start this out with a warning to y'all. If you buy knives from the Ontario Knife Company, they are really, really sharp. And it's not like the garbage you get from cheap companies where you get it and you can't even cut butter with it. This thing is crazy sharp. Now what happened is, I was pushing the lock, right? And I was trying to close it one-handed, and I didn't clear my thumb out of the way when I did it. I will never again be using this knife one-handed. It's really unsafe, and I would give you a warning, because it's that sharp. And funny enough, a friend of mine came over and says, "Oh wow, this is the sharpest knife I've ever had in my hand," and promptly sliced his thumb working the lock, even after I warned him. So it is sharp. I mean, I can't stress enough how sharp this is. So I would definitely use two hands in closing it and make it a two-step process. Lock, start it, and close it, because this is really not a toy. This is a real knife, a serious tool. That having been said, I have used this heavily. If you go over to my Do-It-Yourself World channel, you will have seen I've been using this almost exclusively for opening packages, boxes, letters. I mean, it cuts, it shaves, I mean, look, I'm not pressing. One day I was cutting, that time I didn't. I'm trying to show how light I go. One day I was cutting a package open on the table, or on my table, and cut straight through both layers of the package and almost into my tablecloth underneath. So, I mean, really, look at this. I mean, I just shaved through the envelope. This is crazy sharp, this knife. You can literally shave with this, but I would be terrified to do so, only because it would, I mean, you don't want to you do not want to make a mistake with this knife. Just really razor sharp knife. Crazy sharp. So that having been said, this is a very affordable knife. I'll put the link to the company on here. It's one of their more affordable knives, and it's their Model 1. It says AOS 8 on here. I will have to check on the specs. I am not the type that, I am not doing a commercial. I'm not the type that goes out and reads off the specs off the internet or on a sheet of paper. You notice I'm out here outdoors, and I've got nothing but me and nature around me, and that's how I like to do my work. I like to take a knife in the field. I like to shave wood with it. I want to see what this knife can do, and then I want to see how the blade will hold up to real world work. So, and this is I'm not quite sure. I think this is oak. It's hard wood, and you know, this is a tough knife. I've got no problem. It holds. It's sharp. You can shave and whittle wood with this, and it's going to hold it sharp. One of the features I like, it's got a good grip. Okay, it's got a really nice some kind of a composite plastic grip. Again, I'm not reading any specs off a sheet. This is me using a knife. I've had this for, well, I'd say at least a good month now, and that's another thing. I don't just spontaneously open up a package and then tell you, oh, this is a good knife. No. I like to do the real deal. I like to go out in the field. I like to try something. I like to put it through the works. I like to really test it. And again, I have been using this in the house on a daily basis. cutting cardboard and paper and packages, boxes, food. I've been using it to eat with, by the way. I do not put this near my mouth though. Cheaper knives, I will I have to be honest, I'll lick the blade off to clean it. I would not do that with the Rat 1 folding knife. The belt clip, I've only used it a few times, to be honest, the belt clip, but it's heavy duty. I'm more of a person to keep in my pocket. I do not like to keep a knife outside where I can lose it, but this is a really heavy duty spring clamp. This is not really going to fall off, and I'm pretty sure you can carry it on your belt and it's never going to come off. It's got 3 screws through it, so it's not going to fall apart on you. Another thing, with cheaper knives, I've had them come apart on me quite often, and so far, putting this through the works, it's holding up very firmly, very well. Another thing I like is it's got a very nice grip, very nice feel to it. This groove here and the way it's curved, it gives you a very firm grip for working when you're whittling, whatever you're doing. It's a very firm grip on the knife. I'm just out here testing out a knife and telling you what I've done with it and what I think of it. So anyway, if you want a real knife and not some cheap grocery store special, and affordable knife, this I would definitely recommend. If you only had one knife to carry and you were on a budget and you wanted something for survival, everyday use, bug out scenario to keep in your bug out bag, this will definitely do the job, because it is a convenient size, convenient fit, heavy duty steel blade. It's also quite thick, the blade, so it's definitely not going to break on you. Ontario Knife Company Rat 1 folding knife. I am very pleased with your knife, guys, and very impressed. I want to thank you for sending me that, and yes, I would highly recommend you get this. No complaints at all. And I'll be using this throughout the coming weeks, days, and months on my main channel, the do-it-yourself world. You can see how nicely this opens up packages and shaves through paper. Cuts anything like butter, trust me. It cuts anything like hot knife through melted butter. Almost forgot to tell you, I will have a full blog post review of this knife on the do-it-yourself world blog. That's where I do my reviews. I will put the link in the video description here below, and please do go check out the blog post and get all the details and specs on this knife. And thanks for watching. So this is Troy from TR Tech Tactical. Talk to you later.